When you stop trying to manipulate the world around you, you'll start to feel happiness within. It's because you learn to let go of all of that toxic, negative stuff that we feel from our past. And know that that's not part of my identity anymore. And the reason that it stays stuck in us is because of our ego. And we don't want to let go. Because we were victims to those events that happened to us. So what does that do? When you stay in that state, every time something in our current life triggers us back to feeling the way we felt back then, it puts us in survival. When you're in survival, you are not feeling the elevated states that I teach you how to feel on the channel. You're not feeling love. You're not feeling acceptance. You're back into these survival emotions that wants to control. Why do we want to control? Because of this trigger that come up. We are addicted to the pattern. And what the pattern is that something negative happened to me or is happening currently from somebody's poor treatment of you, and that's hitting your stuff. It's hitting my stuff. And instead of just allowing it to be and not even acknowledging it or allowing it into your field, you've took on that energy and gave it a meaning. And that's what puts us in survival every time these things happen in accordance to what happened to us in our past. And it's why you can't learn or think it's impossible to learn, because I went through all this stuff, like a lot of the comments that come on some of my past videos. I can't do this because you don't know what I went through. Well, I've went through some similar stuff myself. I'm pretty open about it on the channel. But am I living in survival as the victim every day out in public with my family? Or have I learned to let go of that and find the peace and love from within now I can share with others? I don't come on the channel as the victim. I come as the most positive, loving version of me, whichever way you want to take it. When you allow stuff to be and create strength within, now we don't have to give everyone our energy. And when you develop the skill, you will have the strength to create boundaries, because you have a boundary with yourself that this type of behavior, I don't tolerate it. So you learn to be in your own frame, connected with the mind and the heart in your own body. And you don't have to pay attention to what other people are doing, whether they're disrespecting you, think ill feelings of you, think you're unattractive. Adopt this saying: be good either way. Stop giving a shit. Like, if I make some stuff on this channel and it triggers people and I get negative comments, it doesn't bother me. But the old person, before I became more awake, I'm not woken, I'm healed, I'm me. That's it. I allow it to be, because it is what it is. I'm not going to be able to change other people's opinions. And I don't need to go into survival, negative emotional states to try to win people over. You guys get the real version of me, whether you like it or not. This is free speech. I'm here to be myself and to teach you guys how to feel love for your life and not need to control everything on the outside. When you allow things to be what they are, You don't have to care about each thing that triggers you. You don't have to be bothered by it. Because a famous saying I learned from Michael Singer is, these situations that keep triggering you, they're bothering you. You feel like you're being bothered by this thing. Let's use a car going too slow in front of you. The car's going too slow. What does that do immediately? We're pissed off. We are victim to this car going too slow. I can't get to work 30 seconds quicker because of how slow you're going. And you get all frustrated and angry. This car's going under the speed limit. Is that car pissing you off? Are you being pissed off by that car? Is that the object that's pissing you off? No. What you're doing is you are pissing yourself off about what's in front of you. What's in front of you is not pissing you off. You are pissing yourself off about what is happening in front of you. Now look at that towards each and every trigger that has been happening to you these past few months, past few years, or from your past. Are you the victim to these? Or is it you that's holding on to it because it's a familiar story you've told yourself and you're not willing to overlook it? You're not willing to allow peace and love into your life and share that with others because you're victim to these events. And these events created how I feel. And I need to protect myself. Are you living in elevated loving states or are you in survival? Because you can't be both. You can't both be abundant and somebody who's living in lack. Because when you lack things, you need to manipulate and control the outer world for them to give you what's missing. And I'm here to teach you on the channel that there's actually nothing missing. It's a fabricated story that we have come up with that controls the way we think, feel, and act. And what does that do? It creates a personality. And it's how you choose to show up in the world based on all of those old life experiences that you didn't like and that you're not willing to let go of. Because that thing did that to me. So I'm victim to that. I'm going to continue feeling like this. I need to protect myself. Acceptance, I don't believe in that. Is it still that thing that's bothering you today from 10, 15, 20 years ago? Or is it you that's bothering yourself about that thing that happened? When you start to switch the perspective like that, it's a switch could go off. A switch went off for me. I started to feel love again for life. I started to be liberated and be myself. I didn't have to figure out who do I need to be accepted by others. Who do I need to be for others to validate me? I don't need validation. I don't need women to tell me I'm attractive. That's what was missing from my past. I always had to work on myself and my body to finally feel like I'm someone who's enough because of the rejection I went through. And what did it do? It created my personality that I believed a certain story about pretty attractive women with great bodies that they all feel this way about me. And it's why I couldn't land a relationship with any of them is because of that story. And when I let go of that, I started to attract plenty of women that are attractive. And I don't need them anymore because I attracted the perfect woman. My wife, Beth, love her very much. But it's what I was holding on to. And it's not even just the failed dating apps, adult relationships. It was from elementary school, high school, and not being willing to accept that certain women like other guys, and I'm attracted to them and they don't want to give me a chance. So I held on to that and created a story, and I lived with it till probably my mid-30s. So that that's just me telling you guys a story about how you could change the perspective for yourself, because you are not the victim. It may have hurt. Physical abuse. I'm not saying that you just instantly forget about that stuff. But if you're creating your current reality, you're creating your current personality and how you choose to show up in the world. And what you're going to continue attracting to you is similar stories to these negative events, to these triggers, because you haven't switched the perspective and story from within. You didn't start to live in elevated states that feels abundant, that feels love, that can attract money, that can attract relationships. It's all about your energy. When you change your personality, famous quote from Joe Dispenza, you change your personal reality. And that's how my whole life shifted right in front of you guys on this channel, in person with people. When I became a coach, when I became someone who inspires other people to want to make a difference. It's not overnight work, but it can be as easy as overnight work. When you are willing to not care how other people view you and not care that you went through that trauma back then and you're willing to release it. And when you run into relationships you are trying to create and people trigger your stuff, you develop a strength. You are reclaiming your power and you bring it into self. The power within is to be your true self. Remember? That's my quote. To be your true self is to be authentic, to feel love, to want to share that with others. And when you become this powerful, whether you take it as being negative or positive, you're good either way. You've adapted the sentence. Let's go back to the ghosting video from last week. Did they text me back? Did they come back? Do I need to block them? Do I need to control that? Do I need them to love me? Do I need to feel attractive by them? No. You become good either way. They want to be here, text me a whole bunch. They want to come up to I'll use the gym because I work there and I work out there. You want to come talk to me at the gym because you think I'm a good guy now. You think I'm attractive. Good. You want to ignore me at the gym and try to treat me like I don't exist? Great. I don't acknowledge that because I choose not to. I don't bother myself by how other people try to treat me in public. I focus on the great relationships, and I have way more of them than one or two people that try to take me off my game. Because my personality is success. My personality is to teach and inspire others to get on this level. We are no longer victims. We can switch the perspective. And how you begin to do that is to stop manipulating the outer world for you to feel love and happiness. Happiness lives within. You can tune in with it every day and allow yourself to go through some meditations. Allow yourself to live and feel in elevated states. And how you will show up tomorrow, because every day is a new day. You are not the same person when you wake up tomorrow, but you've held on to all that stuff from your past, yesterday, last week, last month. And when you wake up and think of that story, you attract people to you to reflect back that same story that you believe to be true. So you're going to change the belief system. You are going to change the way you look at all of these triggers that happen to you and accept them. And start to create strong boundaries with what you're willing to tolerate in your life and what you're willing to walk away from. Because remember, we are good either way. We don't need a single person out there because we are greatness. We are whole. We are complete. And we are going to achieve success and greatness together. So I thank you for watching this one. We will see you on the next video.